Anusandhan National Research Foundation, ANRF, is established under the ANRF Act of 2023. The transformative initiative aimed at strengthening India's research and innovation ecosystem. The foundation's primary goal is to foster a robust culture of research by integrating efforts from academic institutions, industries, and government sectors. The ANRF supports high-impact interdisciplinary projects as addressing both national and global challenges with a focus on scientific and technological leadership. By providing strategic funding and promoting collaboration across multiple fields, ANRF seeks to drive innovation and position India as a key player in the global research community. One of the hallmark features of ANRF is the streamlined approach to facilitating research, replacing the Science and Engineering Research Board (SERB) and making the process of securing research funding more accessible and efficient. In addition to supporting foundation, ANRF actively encourages international collaboration, ensuring that Indian researchers are part of global conversation addressing critical issues such as climate change, healthcare, energy, and sustainability. Through this diverse funding initiatives, ANRF aims to empower researchers and institutions, thereby accelerating the translation of scientific discoveries into solutions with tangible societal impacts. As the ANRF is a new initiative, many academicians and researchers in India are not well aware of its scope and opportunities. Taking this responsibility, the Office of Global Partnerships at St. Beckman's College, Changanasheri, in collaboration with Dean's Council and the Internal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC, has organized an informative webinar to introduce ANRF. The session will provide valuable insights into the foundation, cover key topics such as introduction to ANRF, its various funding schemes designed to fuel innovative research, and opportunities for fostering global collaboration. Through this webinar, we aim to equip participants with a clear understanding of how ANRF can support their research endeavors and contribute to the broader scientific and technological advancement of the country. With these words of introduction, I now have the pleasure of inviting Father Reggie Kurian, Principal of St. Beckman's College, to deliver the welcome address. Father, please.
Thank you, Dr. Ranjit. Respected Professor Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Varshney, former advisor, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Respected Vice Principals, Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanyuparambil and Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanyuparambil and Professor Dr. C.B. Joseph K. Respected Dr. Ranjit Thomas, Dean, Global Partnership and Innovation, other Deans of St. Beckman's College, Dr. Binu Matthew Job, the IQAC Coordinator, HODs of various departments, respected teachers, and other esteemed participants on and off the line. Good afternoon, all. I am very happy to welcome our esteemed resource person of the day, Professor Sanjeev Kumar Varshney, a great scientist, to the platform of St. Beckman's College, Changanasheri, Kottayam, Kerala. Ours is one of the oldest colleges in the state of Kerala, having the tradition of excellence for 102 years, and we are on 103rd year of establishment. Established in 1922, much before the independence of our nation, St. Beckman's College, often called as SB, is an autonomous college with A+ grade in the 5th cycle of NAC accreditation. Ours is a college having all streams of courses in sciences, humanities, commerce and management, languages, that is science, arts and science college, with 18 departments, and out of which 10 are approved research departments of the parent university, Mahatma Gandhi University, Kottayam. Also, we are proud to say that ever since the introduction of NIRF, our college was always in the top 100 colleges list. And this year, we are in the 69th position. As a college, always focus on the academic excellence. We are very glad to host these type of programs. And today, we have the lecture on the topic Exploring ANRF, Shaping the Future of Research and Innovation. And I am very glad to welcome the speaker and resource person of this day, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Varshney, to this platform. Hearty welcome, dear sir. Dear all, he will be introduced in detail soon by Dr. Ranjit Thomas. Also, I am happy to welcome our dear Vice Principals, Reverend Dr. Teddy Kanyu Prambil and Professor Dr. C.B. Joseph K. A very special thanks to Dr. Ranjit Thomas, Dean Global Partnership and Innovation, for taking the initiative to organize this lecture, and hearty welcome, dear Dr. Ranjit Sir. Also, I welcome our deans, Professor Dr. Matthew Joseph, Professor Dr. Tom Lal, and Dr. Jo Prasad Matthew, and heads of the departments and other teachers from St. Bookman's College, Chaganasheri. I am happy to welcome all esteemed participants who are present here, and also many are present virtually, to explore the possibilities of research and innovation in collaboration with the Government of India. Hearty welcome, dear sirs. Once again, I am welcoming you all to this innovative lecture program. I remain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear father. I am honored to introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Varshney, who brings over 33 years of experience in fostering research and international scientific cooperation. Dr. Varshney has had an illustrious career as the former head of the International Scientific Cooperation at the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, where he played a pivotal role in advancing India's collaborations with global research institutions. His expertise in promoting joint research through organizations like the India-German Science and Technology Center and the US-India Science and Technology Endowment Fund is well recognized. Throughout his career, Dr. Varshney has been instrumental in facilitating scientific and industrial cooperation, managing key scientific funding initiatives, and building platforms for international collaboration. His deep involvement in the various research councils and international working groups, including the BRICS Working Group on Science and Technology, has had a far-reaching impact on the scientific community. Today, Dr. Varshney will share his insights on the Anusandhan National Research Foundation, initiative aimed in transforming India's research landscape through interdisciplinary and high-impact projects. He will discuss ANRF schemes and its vision for bridging borders to foster global research collaborations. Without further ado, let's warmly welcome Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Varshney. We are very fortunate to have him with us today and look forward to learning from his extensive experience and valuable insights. Welcome, sir, and the stage is for you.
Thank you, Dr. Ranjit. Namaskar to everyone, and my thanks to the principal, the father, for giving me an opportunity to be talking here. And I'm very happy for this thing, and I'm looking forward for this discussion, which I focus would be on this ANRF thing. And since it is something very, very new, a lot of excitement is there among one and all. What ANRF is, what it means, what it is going to take forward, and so many excitement is there. And I'm happy that I have got this opportunity to share such excitement with the audience here. And I'm sure this experience today would help in planning their research accordingly. So first thing is, since it is very, very new, and government has been promoting it as future of Indian research. So ANRF has been given that kind of a mandate to decide what would be the future of Indian research, how things would be performed, and how research in time to come would happen. And for this purpose, government has provided a provision of massive research funding to the tune of 50,000 crores rupees spread over 5 years. And this funding would come from various sources, not only government, but also from industries, from angel funding, from several charitable funds. So several kind of funds would be accumulated to make this 50,000 marks. And idea is that if we could go over our current level of research funding, it would really be helpful in taking forward. And what NRF will do, it would be supporting basic science research. It would also give encouragement to early career research and various kind of facility, because human capacity development is one of the key criteria. Until we prepare our generation next for research, it would be really difficult to shoulder it for very long. So we are supporting basic sciences, we are going for human capacity development, and also we are looking for international cooperation, which would be bringing Indian scientists an opportunity to work shoulder to shoulder with their peers across the world. So, friends, ANRF is here to boost India's R&D. It is going to empower universities, institutions, and laboratories. It would be supporting research in cutting-edge area, and also it will bridge the gap between academy and industry and produce scientific leadership in the country. In addition to basic science, the foundation would also support mission board programs. So what we have done, we have identified several key areas where India needs to do competitive research in scientific fields and also tackle the problem. For example, recently we had COVID, so we need to tackle COVID. So problems will not come after informing us. Problem will come, and we need to find solutions to them. So we are looking for several priority areas government is constantly working on, where we should put our focus on. Right now, as you might have heard, we are looking about smart cities, infrastructure. We are looking for intelligent transport. We are looking for green transport, green energy. We are looking for lot of medical. So there are a lot of areas where government is planning to have research in mission mode environment. So one of the thing which we have faced in recent past, that we have got two kind of institution in the country. One which are so-called premium institutions. On the other hand, we have got institutions which are given a bit of treatment which is not bringing them up to premium institutions, and their research output are rather low. So in order to bridge the gap, ANRF has been mandated that we have to work with also second tier, third tier institutions, so that level of research, that research temper in one and all researcher could be taken care and taken forwarded, given due progresses. So what we are looking for is, we would like to create center of excellence across the country, and we would be identifying themes. As I said, in mission mode program, we would be doing that. We would be taking India to the forefront of research excellence, establish these premier centers which will have flexible and transparent funding mechanism, and of course we are trying to achieve ease of doing research. One of the major challenge which we are facing currently in the country, that a lot of research is being done, but there is no taker forward. So we have to bridge the gap between academia and industry. We need to ensure promising research so that they are giving us market-ready products, and we need to bring in all kind of stakeholders, and that is how we are seeking industry participation in ANRF activity. So each one would contribute in terms of, and that is how we are looking for increased investment. Remember, 50,000 crore rupees spread over 5 years is only government planning. But if we could attract industry, we could get more and more funds for the cause. Friends, research means not only generating new knowledge, but also solving the real world problem. So we would like to promote interdisciplinary research centers which addresses economic, environmental, and social problems with quick, innovative approaches. It enhances integration of sciences with the society, with the humanities and social sciences. Also, we are looking forward to develop strategies to attract public and private sector investment, and also simplifying research processes so that youngsters find it much easier to take it forward. As far as government is concerned, government has set up this fund for basic research and also for prototype development. There would be a financing pool of nearly 1 lakh crore to spur private sector driven research and innovation at commercial scale. Also, venture capital fund of 1,000 crore to be expended in space economy by 5 times. So space cooperation is going to take a major boost, 5-time investment that would be produced by the government. Friends, the basic idea is ANRF Act would foster culture of research and innovation in various systems, including universities, colleges, research institutions, laboratory, industries, and will create an interference mechanism for participation and contribution of all those who have money, like industries, state government, industry association, philanthropic organization, charities, and it will augment ability of government institutions, universities, both in government sector and in private sector, higher educational institution, as well as private sector organization to take research forward. Friends, government notified the governing board and executive council for ANRF. Honorable Prime Minister is the chair of the governing board, and he is supported by Minister of Education and Minister of Science and Technology on this board as deputy chair. It has all scientific department in its purview, and it takes care of suggestions from various agencies. And this year, in February 2024, this bill comes into force. Of course, in Parliament, it was discussed in 2023, and in fact, it took shape in 2024. So, idea is to strengthen research and innovation, increase R&D spending, and also encourage private sector participation in research and innovation. The first meeting of the board was held just last month. So a lot of schemes which you have been anticipating for quite long have not been rolled out. Only a couple of them have been rolled out. And in the first meeting held on 10 September, Honorable Prime Minister mentioned that the goal of ANRF should be towards the Viksit Bharat, as we are planning to celebrate 100th year of Indian independence in 2047. So we are looking to promote technologies which will help India in taking forward that Viksit Bharat model what Honorable Prime Minister is envisaging. So just a quick facts about ANRF. First, this act has come into being, and the main goal given is to foster culture of research and innovation. This also aims to seed, grow, and foster research and innovation throughout country, also as notified in National Education Policy. Science and Engineering Research Board, right now, which has been serving most of the country research funding activity, has been subsumed. So, friends, SERB will go out and make way for ANRF. So there is a difference between SCRB and ANRF. SCRB was 100% funded by the government. ANRF, on the other hand, would seek funding from several other sources. But main thing is the size of ANRF funding is at least 10 times more than that of SCRB. And as I mentioned earlier, it has 50,000 crores for the period 23-28. How it is going to do it? First is ANRF is engaged in making a roadmap for short, medium, and long-term R&D goals. And we need to, right now, for our research policy workers are shaping up this thing, the roadmap to work out these strategy. Second thing is that ANRF is looking to seed, grow, and facilitate research at academic and research institutions. We need to see not only premium institution, but also second tier, third tier institution, not only university, but also colleges, institute. Everybody should be involved in the fold. And we are going to fund competitive research grants on the basis of peer review. So, which means proposal would be written by one scientist, would be reviewed by another scientist from the same community, and then it will go for a major funding through another round, which we are calling at presentation round. Again, a group of scientists would be reviewing. So, government interference in the review process would be minimal, except that government would decide who would be the reviewer, and subsequently it is all scientist driven program. We are going to help in setting up research infrastructure and environment conducive to pursue science, and for this purpose infrastructure support would be provided to several academic and scientific organizations. Main thing is we would like to increase India's role and participation in key area of importance, whether they are national and global. So we would like to see India doing lot of more things. And then, as I mentioned a little earlier also, we would like to support translation of research. We would not like that research should die down after publication of paper, because that is one good work you have done, but now you need to take it forward and do it research intensive technologies. So a lot of efforts on these directions are required. Also, we are trying to evolve coordinated programs to identify scientific and practical solutions to various challenges, be they societal, developmental, financial, or techno-economical. So once we know what are the challenges and how it needs to be done, we could go forward. And also this would act, ANRF would act as a coordinating body between various government, public authority, industries, and research institutions to work out what is required out of research, how research is being done, and how research output are being utilized by industries and other agencies. We are going to increase participation in international collaborative projects. Of course, India is participating currently with a number of countries, but more and more such participation is expected in time to come. We are going to encourage industry investment in the R&D, and this is a very clear mandate, because currently through SERB, when I said it is only government funding, but ANRF has to attract funding from several sources, including industry and philanthropic organization. And we shall be doing an annual scientific audit. What has come out of the research? So this is a major task given, that we need to know not only how we are investing, but also need to review annually what are the outcomes and how best we could take it forward. If we talk about India current R&D status, then we are having an investment of quite a large investment, and which has grown over a period of time. Like if you see last 10 years, it has got nearly doubled. But when we are talking about this expenditure as a part of our GDP, then it is currently at 0.64%, which is much lower than the major economies like China, Germany, Korea, and US. Now, this is something we have to worry about, that at a time when our GDP is booming, our investment should also boom. And that is one reason why ANRF is mandated to attract a lot of industry funds. So India is producing currently 40,000, 41,000 PhD annually, and we are number 3 in terms of PhD generators. Now, this is something we need to be very worried. Have we got adequate job for all these fellows? Sorry. Have we got job for all of them? And are their talent being utilized in proper directions? We are also number 3 in terms of scientific publications. and we are just behind China and United States. This is something to be feeling very proud, but simultaneously we need to see that what is the impact of Indian research on the global scenario. That is not that high, so we need to be worried about that. India has secured sixth position in patent grants uh, as per the latest statistics, and this is also quite happy situation. But like our research publication or number of PhDs, we need to improve on this position. If you see our global innovation index, we are constantly moving up, currently at 38th level. That also shows lot of directions to further progress. So friends, India continued to maintain its third position in terms of scientific publication, number of PhDs, number of startups, and unicorns. But and we have also improved our ranking in Global Innovation Index, resident patent filing, network readiness level, and quality of science publication. But we have traveled a very small distance. We need to go much, much farther. We have a very huge potential, and we need to take it forward. Now, what is the importance and how it is going to impact? One is we are feeling, we are very confident that research and development is instrumental in driving economical growth by fostering innovation and enhance productivity. You know, these days, whenever you are going to market, you are buying more and more technology products. And tomorrow's it is going to be economy is going to be what we are calling as knowledge economy. So you will not buy a product just like that. You would be taking informed decisions to buy a product where you feel that a lot of technologies have an interplay. So innovation is stemming from R&D efforts can create new markets. It can generate employment opportunity and also increase countries' GDP. The second thing is we are looking forward is technological advancement. So investment in R&D will lead to development of new technology and processes that can improve efficiencies across the industries. With the same kind of investment, they can produce much better things. We need to tackle national challenges. So R&D is vital for addressing pressing national challenges, including those related to health, agriculture, environment, and sustainability. I'm not saying these are the only challenges. This is just a example, but there could be n number of national challenges which we need to focus upon. And then we need to be globally competitive. So a strong R&D sector enhances country's competitiveness. India's progress in R&D has led to significant improvement in its global rankings, such as GII and Nature Index. And then we need to build on education and skill developments where R&D will again play. So as a teacher, you know that whatever you have taught this year, next year, it would be a little different. And you need to constantly take input from the new research that is going into our understanding of various parameters. Friends, while it is important to do research, there are some concerns which we need to address. One, as I already said, our current R&D expenditure is rather low. It is much lower than our investment in previous years. In fact, if we see in terms of GDP percentage, it is coming down constantly, which we need to be worried about. Current spending is heavily reliant on public funds, and private sector is contributing only 36%. On the other hand, if we are talking about developed countries like US or Europe, Canada, Japan, Korea, Australia, Israel, it is mostly private sector funding which is taking care of R&D. So in India, we need to change this model, and ANRF is going to play a critical role in this direction. So we have realized that currently the reason why private sector funding is limited, it is because of unclear regulatory framework, a lack of IP protection, and poor evaluation capacity. So this we need to address. Also, economic survey highlights that slow transition of technology from lab to societal use, noting low land to lab time is a key issue. So we need to convert our research into products as early as possible. And then concerns have been raised about the adequacy of funding and effective utilization of allocated resources. So at one time, scientists have been cribbing that funds are not adequate or very limited funds are there. The utilization is not very effective, which is another concern which we need to address in time to come. What government has taken initiatives? One, as I said earlier, we have put up a fund. ANRF has been created. We are encouraging substantial funding, creating a conducive environment to encourage private sector participation in R&D. We are looking a lot of investment in our space program. So India's space program has already achieved very successful MOM and Chandrayaan missions, and government is now focusing on expanding commercial potential of the space sector. We are going to put a lot of energy, a lot of investment in nuclear energy, because even today, India is one of the energy deficient country, and we would like to reduce carbon emission also. So we are investing in small and modular nuclear reactors. Friends, to maximize India's path for research impact, this ANRF bill has been introduced, and we are looking for various funding challenges in the private sector participation, bureaucratic streamlining, and global research trend to understand how this legislation could reshape countries' innovation prowess. So, friends, first scheme ANRF has launched after the first meeting of the governing body is providing support for international travel scheme. This support right now is restricted only to young researchers. And if they would like to participate in any international conference, they could apply. This would be open throughout the area. Normally, we are expecting that application for this scheme must come at least 2 months before the event. So currently, when we have opened it, we are taking requests for conferences during December and January, but it is automatic, it will continue, and you will get a lot of such notice. We have also initiated a program called Partnership for Accelerated Innovation and Research, the PAIR. So what we have realized that a lot of colleges, a lot of universities have latent potential which are not encashed and which are never exposed. So we are trying new partnership between premium institutions and both academic and scientific, but having limited research capability, and trying to put them in contact with second tier and third tier institutions across the country. Also, ANRF has announced the first grant, Early Career Research Grant. Now, this is open only to those faculty which have joined their current organization in last 2 years. And they should be below 42 years, must hold regular position, and we shall be giving a grant of up to 60 lakhs plus overhead for a period of 3 years. And we are planning to give 700 grants this year. And it's time to make your mind, submit your proposal. So I'll encourage all those new joinees who have just joined the institutions to please consider applying for this grant. We have also launched, while early career grant is open, is a basic science one, we have also launched the first call for what we are calling it high impact area or mission mode approach. So here we have launched a call for electric vehicle program, and what we are trying to focus on EV batteries and battery cells, power electronics, machines and drives, and also on fast charging. And we have planned a meeting of stakeholders to understand how this program could be driven further. This is on 26th October, and Delhi, you could register for it. So idea is you should understand how this mission mode program would be delivered. So we have identified the end goal, We have identified the major target area, but how our researchers should be motivated to take it forward. Friends, currently only these three schemes are on. You can imagine that being a month-old organization, month-old I'm saying, after the first meeting of the governing body, which has given directions to carry out further things. So what ANRF has proposed, that it will adopt most of the SERB schemes. So if you go to ANRF website, it will mention all those things which SERB used to do. So it will support all of them. Most important one is the National Postdoctoral Fellowship. So, friends, I have a suggestion. Those of you who are interested, on the last line of each of these slides, I have put the web link where you can read more about these schemes. So, NPDF is a possibility after completion of your PhD when you are still unemployed. We have a feeling that PhD is just not a degree. PhD is a device that help you how to solve a problem. And here there was a guide who helped you in converting your goal into several milestones, and you could work out solution to a given problem. But now you should be an independent learner. So NPDF should not be taken as extension of your PhD. But based on your experience of your PhD, you should take up second question, which will help you in growing up as an independent researchers. We are also providing overseas doctoral fellowships. Now, these fellowships are provided for PhD students who are already registered in India, to provide them an exposure and access to top class research facility in an overseas universities. And we are providing such support for a period of up to 6 months. So they could plan an experiment, what they would like to conduct, and that experiment should help them in reaching their PhD goal. And normally we are preferring third year guy. Why? Because in first 2 years, the fellow is defining what is the problem, what is the approach road, how it is going to do. And subsequent later, the fellow is interested in submissions. So here the costing is taken care of. So only thing is one need to identify a potential host where somebody could go and work. They are fellowship by invitation. These fellowships are, one, if there is a young postdoc who would like to return to India, we are offering Ramanujam Fellowship. And then if you are an active researcher in a given field, there is J.C. Bose National Fellowship, which provides you a substantial research grant without writing a research proposal, just on the basis of your performance. For colleges like you, we have a scheme called TARE, Teachers Associates for Research Excellence. Here, the idea is that a lot of faculty have research questions, but they do not know. Their institution does not have required equipment. So they could go to any of the central organization and work for a period of up to 3 months. And for that, they are given a 5 lakh rupees research grant plus some money for movements and other things. One of the major program ANRF will take up is core research grants. So it will be in all area of science and engineering, and it would be, as I said earlier, would be reviewed. And this program alone will take nearly 50% of ANRF grants. So we need to be very cautious. We need to be applying. You can prepare your proposal anytime and then submit. What we have realized that although core research grant is one of the most attractive program, but lot of grants, the lion's share of the grant goes to the premium institution, and state and private universities, colleges, they remain dried up. So we, keeping that in mind, we have started a program called SURE, where any central organization or any, whether universities, IT, IC, or government organization like CSIR, DRDO, they cannot participate. So it is only to state and private university and colleges which can participate in this program. We are keen to increase women researchers in this country. So for that purpose, we have brought in a scheme called Power Grant. And here, idea is that more and more research, women researchers who are functioning as in a regular faculty could be given research grants. And we are also having power fellowships. So if they are not employed fully, they could apply for power fellowships. We have a scheme which is called to empower and equity to stakeholders which are socially deprived. So a special scheme has been brought in by the government to support research grants up to 50 lakh spread over 4 years. Now, those fellows who have done projects earlier and their projects have been graded in last 3 years as an excellent project. So those fellows could be considered for service star. And here the idea is that we can give them an additional personal money in addition to research grants of rupees 10 lakh per year. Those of you who have got their projects which you feel are good enough to go to market, or in case of technology readiness level, they are at level 5 and beyond, we can give unstructured budget up to 15 lakh rupees. For those women researchers who have got elected to any of the national academy, whether it is science academy, engineering academy, agriculture academy, medical academy, we could consider supporting a research projects based on their performance. But, there are some support like mathematics, theoretical sciences, and quantitative social sciences, where we are providing them research support for purchase of books, software, minor equipment, and participation in national or international conferences. To those fellows who have got superannuated, there are national science chair, and based on scientific excellence and scientific leadership, research grants are being considered. Each year, government would identify high priority area. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this year we have identified electric vehicle, and a call has already been launched. But just as a matter of principle, I'm trying to tell you, each year there would be a different area the government would identify and support. If any of you has got any disruptive idea and you would like to challenge the fundamental scientific understanding and bring in something very new, so there is a grant for that purpose with you. We are also tying up with industries, and based on industry demand, we are inviting proposals. So industry, you can tie up at institutional level, college level, at government level, or at ANRF level when we are tying. So they would be open for national challenges. So researchers across the country could participate and contribute to the challenges offered by industry to resolve. Coming to the international part, as I mentioned earlier, that we have a scheme for the doctoral candidate. Now, this is a scheme for faculty. Now, if faculty would like to go abroad, they could participate in this program for a period of 2 to 6 months. My suggestion to you is, when you are choosing the host institution, you should choose them for a particular reason, whether they are rich in equipment, rich in intellect, or they have got very high QS or THE ranking. To the women researchers who have got SERV grants, they could also, there is also a component of international mobility. So these women researchers could also go to laboratory of their choice. We are also having a program called Vajra, attracting best of the global faculty to come and work in India. Here, only restriction is that this program is currently open to public funded academic and research institutions. There are some other initiatives outside ANRF. So why I thought these are important? Because it shows what are the government priorities. And since ANRF was not there, government has already taken a lot of action on them and is still supporting. One is the National Quantum Mission. So it's a major program which we are launching with focus on quantum computing, quantum communication, sensing, metrology, quantum materials, and devices. And idea is that not only we'll promote research, but we'll create technology innovation hubs so that we can launch number of startup in these areas. We have also launched national geospatial policies, which will position India as a global geospatial leader, emphasizing self-reliance and open data standard. We have also launched a major program called Cyber Physical System. Now, the cyber physical system is how machine-human interaction takes place. So it will cover the entire gamut of big data, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, cyber security, and those kind of things. So we, again, what we are trying that we'll take the route of technology innovation hubs, which will produce number of cutting edge technology, and we will have a lot of startup companies rolling out of such plans. Similarly, we have National Supercomputing Mission. So we have got 28 operational supercomputers throughout the country in the range of 7 petaflops to 50 teraflops, and more than 74 million computing codes have been worked out. Still, there is a huge potential to work it forward. Friends, before I close, I would like to make a way forward that R&D serves as a crucial plug for national growth and innovations. It drives advancement in technology, industry, and science. India has made notable progress in R&D output. It needs to address funding gaps, increase private sector participation, leverage recent policies to enhance research and innovation ecosystem. Efforts must be on equitable fund distribution, interdisciplinary collaboration, and maintaining global standard to advance India's R&D capabilities. With this, I would like to thank each one of you, and I am putting a lot of posts on various available research opportunities on several social media handles. And I would appreciate if any of you is interested in knowing what are the currently open research opportunities, whether they are from ANRF or from other places, both in India and outside. You're most welcome to be on my page. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Varshney, for the nice talk. I would like to ask any of the participants, if you have got any questions, you can ask now. And if you cannot, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. And if you don't want to ask, you can just type in the chat box also. Have enabled the chat box now. Dr. Mahadeva Swami, I think he's having some questions. Please.
Sir, sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are.
Sir, sir, is there any that grants? It is on par with UGC or DST or any other funding agency, or it is a separate funding? This one, sir.
No, as we discussed today, it is only about ANRF.
ANRF. So, okay, sir. Fine, sir.
UGC grants remain where they are.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah, sir, I am calling from Kerala. My name is Divya, and this session is very useful for me. Actually, we are planning to conduct a seminar. And what are the opportunities or what are the guidelines that we have to follow for organizing such an event? I just go through that website and see that all the we have to apply for DST funding only after circulation of brochure and everything, right, sir?
So main thing is that we would like to support only national or international events. If they are regional or local, then we will not be supporting. That is one thing. Second thing is you need to attract, you need to develop the format. What kind of themes you would like to discuss, and they should be relevant in current situation. Third thing is your proposal should come at least 3 months before the date of the workshop. And as you had mentioned, that we would like that you should have identified major themes, you should have identified some of the key speakers, you should have identified the venue where you would be doing it, and once you have given the first circular, the initial circular, after that you could apply.
Sir, what about the funding amount up to which amount it will?
It varies, and I must say that ANRF funding is not going to be the full funding. It is going to be partial funding, and ANRF will pick up certain budget head. For example, you may say that travel of keynote speakers, their accommodation, or you would like to cover like certain kits you would like to produce, you would like to do some of the organizational expenditure like hiring of venue, hiring of equipment. So you need to identify budget heads under which various expenditure would be incurred, and DST or ANRF would pick up some of those heads.
Okay, thank you, sir. So one more thing is there any plan open for a research grant currently open?
So I mentioned right now they have announced for early career research grant. Prime Minister Early Career Research Grant currently open till mid-November.
That is for
Those fellows who have joined in last 2 years.
yeah. For
Other
ladies.
plans will come. Other plans will come. You know, it's only the first month.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Now, Durgesh Kumar Dwivedi is there. He has raised
Yes,
hands.
thank you so much for the opportunity. Wonderful talk, sir. Thank you so much. So I have a couple of questions. If you allow me, then I can.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, sir, could you clarify like the ratio of private versus public funding because a lot of private works is being coming with the ANRF. So, like, is the government is like 0.6 or something? You put up the figure. What is the kind of future goal, and what do you expect from the PI like PI like us like in the future we should participate like kind of PPP model like public-private partnership? What would be the like kind of the future initiative?
No, as I mentioned in the beginning, ANRF would be attracting funding from several sources. Government source is confirmed, and private sector, depending upon their interest, they will come and participate. So we are looking a model where we could attract I'd say external funding up to 70%. So it will include not only private industry, it will also include other stakeholders, philanthropic and angel funders. And idea is if private sector is contributing towards the research, they would be more than willing to accept research outcomes. So
Right.
this is basically to encourage them.
Okay.
That is why government has made its commitment, and to the tune of 30%. Or 32% rather, others would be contributing.
Okay. So that would be done at the ANRF level or the PI level?
ANRF level.
Okay. So you guys will do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Another thing is, sir, like, so DBT, BIREC, all the other things are kind of, on the same line. So how that model and your model is different, it's always.
No, ANRF model is very open in terms of subjects. There is no restrictions. There is no thing except the IRFA one, where we are identifying a major theme on which we would be inviting proposals. Other schemes are very, very open, irrespective of areas. BIREC or any other agency, they have a very specified mandate, and they would be inviting proposal only within areas of their mandate.
Okay. And so like tier wise, when you say like we have like state university, you have Shore grant and others are like open for all, like, and that's good. So is there any other like futuristic approach like to include the lower or bottom level institution?
No, as I said mentioned very early in the talk, there is a very, very specific provision called pair. We are going to connect second tier, third tier institutions with our premium institutions.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so that is taken care of.
Okay, last question, my sir. So a lot of gaps there are at the institutional level, like, offices involved and all. So you said like you'll provide kind of ecosystem and that's the goal, and like to all the, how you're going to pitch in or connect with the various institutions. Even like I've got a lot of grant, but our institution had a lot of so many tables and process becomes so slow. So are you going to kind of involve the directors and vice chancellor in those discussions so that they understand and kind of sort it out, or like it's the problem of local university, like how, what
Well,
do you?
we could have a general discussions, but it is not. It is next to impossible to include all directors, all vice chancellors in such meeting. Their nominees, of course, are participating in key meetings. Our idea is obviously we cannot interfere in the internal processes in your institution, but to minimize the gap, like earlier we were asking a statement of expenditure, utilization certificate, which is not signed only by PI but also by the administration, finance, and other guys. We are slowly trying to do it away. So with more and more digitization, it would be more PI friendly approach which we are taking. And once PI has incurred an expenditure, those things would be taken care of. So there would be automated tables. Only thing is university authority may verify, but because of that verification, your next year grant will not suffer. But if your university does not complete or your institution does not complete within one financial year, then third financial year it is going to suffer.
That is understandable, sir. Just one small question, sir. The National Quantum Mission, sir, that is like because I had a discussion with Dr. Gupta. That time he was kind of leading that.
Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, you mean?
Dr. Akhilesh Gupta, yes, sir. So that was kind of, they were organizing in small sections, or like they have already identified. So if we want to do something like, so do we have to contact, like how, is it already closed or like still open?
No. This call is already open. The program has been announced. Currently in DST, it's not part of ANRF, I must say. It is outside ANRF. So Dr. Ekta Kapoor is responsible for this. So you may go to DST webpage and look for Ekta Kapoor email, and then you can write to her and see how you can participate.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Divedi. Now there is Dr. Divya L waiting. Yes, raise your hands.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Divya from Kerala. I have two questions regarding the schemes you propose. Like you have mentioned the various schemes which are already existing beyond, in the SERB, but is there anything regarding the high-end SERB, Karishala, high-end workshops and skill-based programs which you are supporting earlier? Would they be covered in the present ANRF?
When I see current ANRF format, it is not there. But it does not mean that it will not be there in future also. Right now, it's not there. But maybe after once we have rolled out one of the regular schemes, we would be considering revival of those things also. Workshops.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. And would the state universities be considered? Because earlier
Of
it
course.
was only there are many state universities with high-end.
As I said earlier, that ANRF is a mandate to connect second tier and third tier institution in the country. So everything would be covered.
Okay, sir. And my second question is regarding the power grants which were earlier there. So the schemes which are earlier called forth since last November, would they be supported in the current one, or would they be considered?
Oh yes.
It will be through.
Yeah.
Okay,
Power
because
program will continue, and all those applications which have been submitted to SERB are now with ANRF.
Okay. So it will be considered. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Divya. Now I have some of questions in the chat box. The first question is from Shinu Waki. He is head of the Department of Economics of our college. His question is, are there any provisions for advancing social science research under ANRF?
Only quantitative social sciences. So we would love to study what is the influence of technology on the society. So if there are some quantitative approaches, that would be supported. Not in general, but only limited.
Thank you, sir. And next question comes from Nitin Vogirala. His question is, sir, it would be helpful if the simulation softwares like MATLAB, Cosmol, Mathematica, etc. are pooled by the state university can also do advanced research.
So
He is asking for infrastructure grants.
No, DST is not ANRF, but DST has been providing infrastructure support grants. So there is a program called FIST, Facilitation of Scientific Infrastructure. And under that, all colleges, universities are welcome to apply. There are different levels. So first level is O level, uh, under which we are providing support up to 1.5 crores for creation of research infrastructure facility. And proposals are invited not from the individual researcher, but from the department or from the college.
Thank you, sir. So I have a next question from a PhD student, Sneha Sani. Is there any scheme for PhD students to visit international labs? I think you have answered that.
I think I mentioned about up to 6 months you can go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And next question from
And one more thing she has asked, it is only ANRF provision, but then there are n number of other provisions, even including from various Indian government agencies, where PhD student could go out for a limited period.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question from Mr. Talyang Sira. I think this question is overlapping with what Dr. Shinuwaki asked. Now, politely, you have answered that. Next one is from Bebeto Nayak, who was a former student. He's asking questions, sir. Is there a single platform where we can find details regarding all the grants from various science and technology departments under Government of India?
I'm sorry, it's not possible right now because, we have to go step by step. For example, your college will not share your website with another college. What is the admission policy, how students are admitted, how marks are given. So same way departments outside one department, they feel a little concerned. But we have started. What we have done, all postdoctoral fellowships from any Government of India source have been brought in under one platform called fellowships@gov.in. Similarly, the government has also brought in various scholarships together, being funded by Government of India. But it will take time to get associated like state government programs on one same portal. So even though they are government, but it is only central government right now. And two portal, I would recommend each one of you to go through is scholarships.gov.in for various scholarship and fellowships.gov.in for various PDF opportunities as by Government of India.
Thank you, sir. And the question is that if ANRF is applicable to private degree colleges?
Oh, yes, of course.
So thank you. And the question from a student, as an MSc graduate student who is looking for PhD positions, how can you utilize the scheme?
There is a difference between education and research. And up to master level, we are considering it as a part of education. And ANRF, DST are not directly involved except for the Inspire Scholarship.
Thank you, sir. And there's another two people on the queue, Dr. A.P. Mahadevappa. If you want to ask a question, you can unmute yourself and ask question.
Sir, I would like to ask, what is the role of the private education institutions, especially who are teaching undergraduates? So there is limited scope of research and its activities. There are rather more teaching hours are needed, and there are no infrastructural facilities in many of the UG colleges. How to cope up with this?
It's a very nice question, I must say. Even though you have only teaching facility and not adequate research facility, still the new blood comes with a lot of exciting ideas.
That's true.
So, so we need to see how to nurture those ideas. And we have a program in Department of Science and Technology where we are encouraging all colleges, all academic campuses to have facility for incubation. So you must have innovation and entrepreneurship center. Any of your student, if they have got an idea, that idea must be nurtured and they should see how it goes to the market. So if you are not doing even research, you could promote entrepreneurship so that ideas of your student does not die down.
Yeah, nice interpretation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. And also, Dr. Divya L has again raised a question. Is still if you got question, you can ask. I think she did not lower the last time question. So if you got any other questions, if anybody want to ask questions, we got 1 minute or so. So I think nobody has any questions. Now, thank you very much, sir. Now we are going to the formal vote of thanks process. I would like to now invite. I would like to invite Dr. Nitin Varghese, Assistant Professor of English and the Coordinator at the Office of Global Partnerships, to extend a vote of thanks to all who are gathered here. Welcome, Nitin Varghese.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, dear and respected Professor Varshney, dear Father Principal, dear teachers, and dear participants. So, thank you all for joining today's session on funding opportunities. We gratefully acknowledge the invaluable insights shared by our esteemed speaker. So, on behalf of St. Berkman's College community, I extend heartfelt gratitude to Professor Varshney for sharing valuable insights on ANRF research funding opportunities. We appreciate your expertise in guiding us towards taking research to new heights, sir.
Thank you.
Our sincere thanks to Father Ajit Kurian, our principal, and the college management for their unwavering support. Special gratitude to Dr. Ranjit Thomas, Dean of Global Partnership, and the Dean's Council for facilitating this enriching session. We also acknowledge the tireless efforts of Dr. Binu Matthew Job, our IQSC coordinator, in ensuring quality and excellence. Last but not least, my gratitude to the participants for their engagement and the technical team, Prinu Anthony and Roger Sebastian, for assisting us in making this session a seamless one. Thank you once again for your presence and engagement. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I must acknowledge the help of Jobin, the IQC in charge also. And sir, thank you very much for your precious time for sharing with us. I'll be in touch with you email shortly. And we had almost 200 participants attending the meeting through Google Meet and also through YouTube. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, all the participants.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. And call for everyone.